Ed Gein. The name sends shivers down your spine. A name that echoes through the annals of true crime history, forever etched in the collective memory of a horrified public. A name synonymous with unspeakable horrors. His deeds were so grotesque, so unimaginable that they transcended the realm of ordinary crime. He was a nightmare cloaked in the skin of an unassuming man, the butcher of Plainfield, the Plainfield Ghoul. His house, a seemingly ordinary rural home, concealed the macabre secrets of his twisted mind. He haunted the sleep of a nation. The mere mention of his name could send chills down the spine of even the bravest souls. Gein's crimes were not just murder. They were acts of unimaginable horror that defied comprehension. They were acts of desecration, of twisted obsession. He robbed graves, violating the sanctity of the dead. He fashioned trophies from human remains. Skulls, bones, and skin became his morbid collection, each piece a testament to his deranged psyche. His story became the stuff of nightmares. The world shuddered. The details of his crimes were so disturbing that they seemed to belong to a horror novel rather than reality. How could such darkness exist? How could one man harbor such evil within him? How could a human being commit such atrocities? The questions lingered. They still linger today. The mystery of his mind remains unsolved, a dark enigma that continues to baffle experts and laypeople alike. Gein's case shocked the world. It forced society to confront the uncomfortable truth that monsters can be real. It forced us to confront the darkness that lurks beneath the surface, the hidden horrors that can reside in the most unexpected places. He became a symbol of our deepest fears, a living nightmare that walked among us, hidden in plain sight, a reminder that monsters can wear familiar faces, that evil can hide behind the mask of normalcy, waiting to reveal itself in the most terrifying ways. The small town of Plainfield, Wisconsin. Isolated, quiet, a place where everyone knew each other, yet so many secrets were buried beneath the surface. A breeding ground for secrets. Secrets that would fester and grow in the shadows, away from prying eyes. This is where Ed Gein was born, a seemingly ordinary boy in an ordinary town. This is where the seeds of madness were sown. Augustus and Georgiana Gein. Ed's parents, a volatile mix. Augustus, the alcoholic father, whose temper was as unpredictable as the Wisconsin weather. Georgiana, the domineering religious fanatic. Her iron will and unyielding beliefs cast a long shadow over the household. Their home was a cauldron of dysfunction, a place where love was twisted and fear was a constant companion. Ed and his brother Henry endured a warped upbringing. Their childhood was marked by isolation and strict discipline. Georgiana's twisted sermons filled their ears. Her voice was a constant reminder of the world's wickedness. She preached about the evils of the world, the evils of women. Her words were like poison, seeping into their young minds. Her words took root in young Ed's mind. Isolation deepened Ed's strangeness. He became more withdrawn, more peculiar. He retreated further into himself. The outside world became a distant, frightening place, his only solace found in the macabre stories his mother spun. Tales of death and decay that both terrified and fascinated him. Stories that would later fuel his horrific deeds. The line between reality and fantasy blurred, setting the stage for the horrors to come. Death cast a long shadow over Ed Gein's life. It began with his father, then his brother Henry, finally his mother. Each death chipped away at his sanity. With his mother gone, Ed was truly alone. He sealed off parts of the house, preserving them as shrines to her memory. His obsession with her grew stronger, more perverse. The lines blurred between fantasy and reality. Ed began to frequent local cemeteries. He dug up graves. He sought solace in the company of the dead. His fascination with anatomy intensified. He wanted to become a woman, to wear the skin of those he exhumed. His fantasies took a dark turn. He craved more than just corpses. November 16, 1957. A hardware store owner vanished without a trace, leaving the small town of Plainfield in a state of shock and confusion. Bernice Warden. Last seen alive at her store, she was a well-known and respected member of the community. Suspicion quickly fell upon Ed Gein. He was a frequent customer at the store and had been acting strangely in the days leading up to her disappearance. Known to be odd and reclusive, Gein had always been an enigma to the townsfolk, who often whispered about his peculiar behavior. Police descended upon the Gein farmhouse, a dilapidated structure on the outskirts of town, hoping to find clues about Bernice's whereabouts. Nothing could have prepared them for the horrors that awaited inside. The scene was beyond anything they had ever encountered. The stench of death hit them first, a putrid odor that permeated the air and clung to their clothes. The air was thick with it, making it difficult to breathe and adding to the sense of dread that filled the room. Inside, a scene ripped from a nightmare unfolded before their eyes. The cluttered rooms were filled with macabre artifacts. Human skin fashioned into lampshades, skulls used as bowls, and other grotesque items littered the farmhouse. A chair upholstered with human flesh stood as a testament to the unimaginable horrors that had taken place. Bernice Warden's decapitated body hung upside down, a gruesome sight that would haunt the officers forever. The news spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of the nation and sending shockwaves through communities far and wide. The world recoiled in horror as the details of the case emerged, unable to comprehend the depths of Gein's depravity. The small town of Plainfield, once a quiet and unassuming place, became synonymous with unimaginable evil and terror. Ed Gein, the unassuming farmer with a dark secret, became a monster in human form, forever etched into the annals of true crime history.